Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Don't you feel you get the value for your day if you have actually watched the sunrise? Every sunrise marks the rise of life over death, hope over despair, and happiness over suffering. Wishing you a cheerful morning today. We have waited so long to have you among us. At last, the time has come. We are most delightful to welcome you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I am Safa Patel from Standard 9th with my co-host Salva Bashir standing in front of you to conduct today's function. उमर थका नहीं सकती, ठोकर गिरा नहीं सकती. उमर थका नहीं सकती, ठोकर गिरा नहीं सकती. जिद हो जीतने की तो हार भी हरा नहीं सकती. We also have with us a prominent personality who needs no introduction as such. Our first judge for today's program is Mr. Safdar Ali Khan. He is an English language enthusiast. He is a qualified hotelier. He himself underwent the IELTS test as well as passed with elan. He is a British counselor, trained master trainer. He is an IELTS expert as well as career counselor. Currently, he is working with the Premier English Needs Institute, Eon Vertex. Now, I would like to request Irfan Saudagar sir to please felicitate Mr. Safdar Ali Khan. Thank you, sir.
Our second judge for today's program is Mr. Samad Sheikh. He's been honored with the Research Ratna Award. He's a member of World Research Council at the US of A. He has contributed to the creation of new computer language called XPRL. He has written more than 23 books on computer science and programming. Sir, it is a great honor to have you here with us. Now I request Adil sir to please felicitate Mr. Samad Sheikh. Thank you, sir.
I would also like to welcome all the schools, principal, and my dear friends. As you all know that we have gathered here for the inter-school elocution competition. I would like to give a brief update regarding this inter-school event conducted by our school. CIS has hosted its first inter-school elocution competition in the year 2019. But due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this competition could not be conducted for the past 2 years. But Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, we are all here for the conduction and being a witness to a wonderful program. Speak up, because the day you don't speak for the things that matter to you is the day your freedom truly ends. I would like to hand over the mic to my co-host Salva Bashir, reading out the aims and objectives, rules and regulation of today's program. So let's begin with the much awaited event of the year.
Aim is important to every individual to achieve something in their life. Without aim, it is impossible to make a goal and work hard toward achieve it. So here are the aims and objectives of today's event. First, to develop self-confidence. Second, to overcome stage fear and speak in front of a large audience. Third, to help students to exhibit their oratory skills. Fourth, to improve voice quality through clear voice. Fifth, to work on the formal speaking, pronunciation, grammar, style, and tone of students. All the rules and regulations have only one purpose. It draws the line between right and wrong, acceptable and unacceptable. They are designed to ensure fairness, safety, and respect for others' rights. So here I present the rules and regulations pertaining to the inter-school elocution competition. First, the participant should deliver their speech based on the following topic, refer to any prepared speech. Second, marks shall be accorded to the participant by the panel of judges based on the following criteria. A. Content, speech structure and organization. B. Value, logic and original thoughts. C. Manner, directness and enthusiasm. D. Delivery, body language and voice. E. Language, appropriateness and correctness. Third, each participant will have 4 minutes to present his or her speech. Fourth, a warning bell will ring after 3.5 minutes to alert participant to conclude on the speech on time. Fifth, exceeding the permissible time limit will be liable for negative marking for the concerned participant. Sixth, while delivering his or her speech, he or she should keep in mind as not to hurt anyone's personal, religious, or political sentiments. Now I would like to hand over the mic to my co-host Safa Patel for advancing us all to the journey of excellence in speaking skills.
This year's topic are Group 5th to 7th, Gadgets have restricted children's creativity. Number 2, Value of time. Group B, 8th to 10th. Number 1, Leadership skills cannot be taught. Number 2, Technology makes people lonely. The secret of getting ahead is to get started. मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको अगर दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर. So, let's begin by calling our first participant.
Now I request Mr. Samad Sheikh to please say few words to motivate our participant before we start the program.
Very good morning and welcome to all. The very first thing, really thanks and to the management and to principal and to Irfan sir and to the management body for inviting me for on this occasion. I'd like to say a few things about why exactly you got to get into the competitions or any event like this. What really happens is, in real life, if you see, you must have seen the cake. Now, all cake has the same base, but what matters is the topping on it. Topping increases the value of the cake, which has the same base. It similar goes to the pizza also. The base are same, but only topping that increases the value. And same goes to your educations. When you're educating, you're getting the education, your education may be same. You're sitting in the same class, everybody is getting the same kind of educations. But what really will matter to your success is what extra you are going to do it, what topping you're going to add to it. And this kind of competitions and this kind of events and the participation in that will increase the value of your educations and value of your life. So this is very essential, and this will decide how successful you're going to be. To become a successful person or to have a success in almost anything, there are two parameters you always have to meet. The first parameter is participation, the first. And the second is the performance. If you do not participate, you cannot perform. There is no question of performance. Participation itself has an award all the time. So first thing is participate. And it's daring act. You need some courage to get into the participations. And the people who do not participate, they cannot expect anything, neither success nor failure. So first step is that. So everybody has to participate, whether they fail or whether they succeed. So that's the first step you have to remember. And I was very happy to know that the management has decided that almost every participant will get something in lieu of their participation. तो आप खाली हाथ नहीं जाएंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो आपको मिलेगा ही, क्योंकि participation itself is a daring act. वो अपने आप में एक हिम्मत का काम है, और जितने भी हिम्मत वाले हैं वो participate करेंगे, और वही पहली स्टेप है. तो जो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं इसका मतलब ही ये हुआ कि वो जिंदगी में कुछ करना चाहते हैं, सक्सेस होना चाहते हैं, तभी तो उन्होंने पहली स्टेप ली है। और जो पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते इनका मतलब उनको ना वो फेल होते हैं, ना वो सक्सेस होते हैं, वो कुछ भी नहीं होते। सो वेरी इसेंशियल थिंग इज participations, and that is a very acute formula you have to remember all the time, and make sure that you put your effort, participate. That itself will give you the experience, that itself will take you to the first step of your success. And performance will be evaluated by judges. You may succeed, you may fail, but then you started your journey. That's very important. If you do not succeed today, tomorrow you will. But the person who has not started his journey do not have any future. So that is the first thing I would like to suggest, and I would like that कि यहाँ जितने भी लोग होंगे हिम्मत वाले ही होंगे और सभी के सभी लोग उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे और पार्टिसिपेशन में अपना पूरा जो इनपुट है वो आप देंगे उसमें, और इंशाल्लाह आप कामयाब भी होंगे, और नहीं भी होंगे तो you have something to take away from here, and that will give you greater honor and motivation, and that will be really boost your courage. So next, because you have taken the steps, and maybe in future you may take such kind of steps in any number of time. So that is quite essential. So this is what I would like to just tell you a couple of things about, just to encourage you and make sure that you do it. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much, sir. Inshallah, we all will try to implement this thing in our day-to-day lives. Mudassir Ali Khan, sir, will be the timekeeper of today's event.
So, let's begin by calling our first participant. A17.
Time and effort can get you anything you want in the world, but nothing in the world can get you more time. With his thought, I wish a bright and a blessed morning to the respected judges, the galaxy of intellectuals, and my dear friends, to speak on the topic value of time. Time refers to the indefinite, continued progress of existence of human life in this world, right from the past through the present and even to their future. That is a reason we always assume time to be more important. If we have lost time, we have lost everything. Nothing is more valuable than time as in the present day. Time at source of money, prosperity and happiness. But time's one gone never returns. So it is quite evident that time is most precious. Time always runs forward direction, so we say time is more valuable. As time's one gone never returns. It is wisely said by an eminent writer, Leo Tolstoy, the two most powerful warriors are patience and time. This inspirational quote about time has two important messages. The first is knowing how best to spend allows you to optimize your productivity. And the second is patient while fill your time correctly is great at the same time. Remember, there is time for everything. So some instance it is best to wait until opportunity knocks at the door. People must certainly stop wasting time and procrastinating. This is because time not unlimited. So we say spend wisely. Presence of a huge number of distractions to another threat to time. Nowadays people pay a lot of attention to the interest, social media, smartphone, video games, etc. As a result, taken by them distraction. Due to innovation, many new distractions are constantly coming and thick and fast. Therefore, by reducing of usage of these distractions, people must have time in their hearts. Towards the conclusion, I would like to sum up with a quote by Einstein. I never think of the future. It comes soon, in a future. Employing mindfulness techniques alongside proper time management can help you get back on track and focus what really matters. So people must obey the call of time as one of the most important aspect of life and world. Thank you.
Our next participant is A19.
Today, I am standing before you to speak few words on the topic of value of time. So, time, we all know that proverb, time and tide wait for none. This is the apt for our life. Time is measured by hours, days, years, and so on. Time is very important in our life. No one can stop the passing of time. Time plays an important role in everyone's life. If time is invested properly, it could be used to develop a skill. Time also healing a person, both externally and internally. Time is considered to be the perfect thing that cannot be measured when proper work is done and completed on time. It is yield a fruitful result. All students understand that time is more valuable than money, because lost money can be earned back, but lost time cannot be. And nothing can stop the flow of time in our lives. And if a student knows how important time is for his life, can succeed in his future and lead a disciplined life. Allocating your time well allows you to complete all your tasks on time, which prevents unfinished tasks from accumulating. This also helps you to avoid rushing, which is major cause of stress. If you learn good time management, you are less likely to work long hours to meet deadlines. Remember that time is a very precious thing, so never waste it. Time is precious and powerful. Once time runs, cannot be returned. Once a precious time goes, then it never come back. It was never come back for anyone, as it runs in a forward direction and never look back. And time management is required to understand the value of time. If a person completed his or her work on time, can be successful. To know the true value of time, snatch, seize and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Time also help us to manage of our time. And to conclude this speech, I want to say that you all should develop a management of time, because some important peoples are caring of our time and value of our time. So I will end my speech here. Thank you and have a nice day.
Audience, please give a huge round of applause for a delightful oration. Our next participant is A5.
I am late. Elocution has started. I will lose the trophy. Oh, no, I'm on time. Hope I'll win. This always happens with every one of us. A very warm and pleasant good morning to everyone present here. I'm unique like every one of you. We all are gifted. But some people never open their packages on time. Today, I shall express my views on the topic value of time, which is the most valuable, priceless, and free thing for a man. It is the wisest counselor of all. A German philosopher rightly said, ordinary people merely think of wasting time. Great people think of using it. Friends, listen. Time is like a cyclone. A pessimist complains the wind, and an optimist expects better changes. Time flies high and leaves the shadows behind. Time is a unidirectional short arrow. We can't own it, but we can use it. We can't keep it, but we can spend it. The way we spend our time defines who we are, what we will become. Time can be achieved by implementing skills like punctuality, sincerity, setting goals, planning, implementation, and so on. An American writer, Benjamin Franklin, quotes, "Lost time can never be found again. No person can achieve his goals and dreams if he wastes time." The poet W.S. Davis, in his poem The Rates, "What is this life full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. The secret of happy life is spending time in things we love. Time contains ingredients like success, happiness, growth, and prosperity. It is an aviation system which helps us to reach our destinations. Memories fade with time, so move like a flowing river with time. All the successful people have made best use of time. Time plays a vital role in students' life. It starts with the time for assembly, time for exam, time for games, and so on. No matter how much you crave, time can't be saved. Dream big, utilize time, and break it down as an episode. Don't waste it in anger, grudges, and worries. Use time fully and leave behind its footprints in the sand of time. Do not drag your feet, run with time. Lines written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Time is slow when you wait, fast when you're late. Time is this determined by our feeling. A minute is enough for you to win, a second to make you rich. Take concrete steps, prepare, plan, focus, and achieve things on time. Time says, use me in mastering yourself. Muhammad Ali says, what keeps me going with time are my goals. But in today's world, everyone is busy and there is no time left. Gautam Buddha says, no guilt can change the past. No worries can bring back lost time. Enjoy the time given in present. Friends, listen. You will never find a rainbow if you look down, and never find time once really gone. No wealth can surpass time. Really blessed are the people like Bill Gates, Ambani, Savitri Jindal, Elon Musk, and many more, who has utilized their time and now they are enjoying the fruits of success. Friends, listen. Time is a slow poison for idle and lazy people who always needs a deadline. It is a silent killer. Cherish time. The moments given by the Creator are uncut diamonds. If you discard them, their value will be lost. But if you shape them, they would be brighter gems. Student generally says, I will do my homework anytime. Not now, which means never. Abhinav Khera, a software engineer, very well explained the value of time. He says, I am time. Wasting me is a crime. If you disrespect me, you will shed tears. If you use me, then no fears. I give you strength. Heal all wounds. I will take your test, so do the best. What is a greater crime than the waste of time? To conclude, I would like to say, time is what we need most, but what we use worst. Those who fail, complain. Those who win, create miracles. Thank you.
Applause for such a remarkable phraseology. Our next participant is A21.
Hello everyone. I am going to speak you about my topic, gadgets have restricted children's creativity. Gadgets were once used by the upper middle class economy, but nowadays are also used by all categories of people, including to children. A gadget is an electronic appliance which is produced for the purpose of downloading the latest information, which makes life easier for our people. A gadget can be used for watching videos, playing games, communicating, listening, and studying, and creating an illustration or a document. In today's time, we are so dependent on gadgets and phones. If we are bored or there is a bell in a day, there comes our phones, iPad, or other gadgets to our rescue. We are in advanced technological world. Advancing technology is the future. We all wonder what would we do if we did not have technology. We are so dependent on technology and phones. It influences the way we behave, think, and live. Children now are extremely smart, but are also restless and active. They need to be occupied with something interesting. The most easily available way to do, set them up in the front of a TV, phone, or an iPad. These gadgets have become like a modern technology for our children. Gadgets nowadays have advanced. They have educational content as well. But in that, we are having negative content as well. There are various reasons why children are getting hooked onto gadgets. The very much children getting hooked onto gadgets, the most various reasons are mobile phones. Visiting psychologists will help. They will help your child to calm down and teach you ways to deal with your child. According to a study, when a child will likely become overweight and develop vision problems when they spend too much time using gadgets. Technology decreases the strength of the memory and we will be able to retain that information from our brain. Disadvantages of electronic gadgets. Number 1. Young children may refuse to cooperate unless allowed to play with their gadgets. Number 2.
Excess use of electronic gadget can lead to a children poor health and a sedentary lifestyle or a late eating habit. Number third, it may lead to poor concentration in studies. And number four, excess gadgets use can lead to a child poor health. Number fifth, playing video games or a violent nature can have a negative effect on your child's behavior. Now I conclude my speech with this thought. Don't allow gadgets to replace games. Beyond the gadgets, where is the world of humans that can take your gadgets away as soon as you misuse it. Thank you.
Our next participant is A3.
Negative mind will never give a positive life. Same way, a gadget will never let you be creative. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Respected chief guest, principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. A very warm welcome to all present here. Today, I am here to speak on the topic, gadgets have restricted children's creativity. In today's society, people are not using their creativity or their mind, and they can't live without gadgets. This addiction decreases their capability of making decisions or thinking of their own ideas. For example, if they are given any homework or any work to be done, so they immediately refer to their gadgets for the solution instead of using their minds. If creativity is not there, so there is nothing to innovate. It's rather like trying to make an omelette without eggs. Kids have turned their attention to these gadgets instead of using some activities like drawing, painting, learning, or writing. You know, from inside, all the children are naturally creative, but gadgets have restricted their creativity. They know what to do and how to entertain themselves without the help of their parents. So, for entertaining themselves, they use gadgets and forget their creativity. To make children creative, they should get away from gadgets, start using their own ideas, do physical activities, and exercise. This will make children creative, but they are attracted to gadgets, and gadgets are not letting them be creative. Our task regarding creativity is to help children climb their own mountains as high as possible. What I want to say is that when something starts controlling you, so immediately stop doing it. People who smiled while they were alone used to be called insane until we invented smartphones and social media. The production of too many useful things results in too many useless people. I request you all to please motivate all the kids to spend their time in physical activities and use their creativity, their imagination, and not to play with gadgets. For us, it should be a servant, but in real life, it's a dangerous master. I would like to end my speech with a famous quote by Maya Angelou. You can't use up creativity. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Thank you.
Please give a huge round of applause for an incredible manner of speaking. Our next participant is A15.
I wish you all a very great and enthusiastic morning. Today, I am present here to speak few words on gadgets have restricted students' creativity. We all are living in a world full of gadgets where everyone are driving into gadgets. We all are making apparent use of gadgets right from the morning alarm to cooking in microwaves and washing our clothes in washing machines. Today, each and every kid wants their own smartphones. Today's fashion-minded and young generation kids are judging themselves according to the types of gadgets they have. Can we just imagine our life without gadgets? No, right from the morning to getting back to our bed, we are making a humorous use of gadgets. Today's generation are demanding for latest technology gadgets, and on their demand, industries are producing new gadgets. Now, the generation is getting addicted towards these gadgets. Now, you take my example only. Before sometimes, my mama had switched to a normal cell phones. In the beginning, she was happy that she could utilize her time. But later, it became a trouble for her. She was having problem to do the money transactions, to find the navigations, as well as I was also not able to complete my homework. Now, through this example, I want to convey you all that we have made a life so much dependent on these gadgets that without that 2 GB data, it's just nothing. Nowadays, if you ask children to do a simple calculation, they just quickly get their phones and solve the equations on calculator. Counting on fingers, additions, subtractions has just vanished. Children are not using their brain power. Instead, it's just rusting. They just open Google Baba, they ask him question, and Google provide them with a list of answers. Now, I will give you one more example. Before lockdown, when teachers gave us project, we used to write it on a clean paper in a beautiful handwriting and sticking a lot of stuff on it to make it decorative. But teachers have suggested us in lockdown that to go with PPT, which is PowerPoint presentation. In PowerPoint presentation, we have to make slides. And after the lockdown, still this process is in a continue. Now, through this, I want to convey you all that we go by doing that things which is convenient for us without seeing its advantages and disadvantages. No doubt that gadgets have a positive effect, but sometimes it may lead to appalling in our behavior. Nowadays, children are just sitting in a corner with mobiles and tabs in their hands, and they are not doing any physical activities, which is leading to hypertension, depression, anxiety, and not what. Now, I understand that gadgets accomplish most of a task without any hassle. But it is becoming a great addition across the globe. Hence, we all use gadgets in a good way. We all are good if we use it in a wrong way. No wonder, dear, you will be in trouble. Now, I would like to end my speech with the poem of Miss Edwina Reiser. We all are humans are becoming robotics. So much so that seems to be idiotic. DVD, video games, all are range now. Kids don't skip rope anymore. We have instincts for being human, not big robotics in a parade. I would like to end my speech. Thank you for arranging today's program and giving me a chance to present my words. Thank you.
Audience, please give a huge round of applause for such an awesome deliverance. Our next participant is A18.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to one and all. My topic is value of time. Days go into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Years turn into a lifespan. This lifespan, we call it our life. And this entire lifespan is no other than time we spent on earth. No matter how old we are, 10 or 50 or whatever. When we look back upon time, it is like it passed by with a blink of an eye, isn't it? Days pass, and as days pass, we come more near to our death. Aren't these days and time we are spending valuable? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask every individual, where did you spend your youth? And what did you do with the life I gave to you? It clearly indicates time is valuable and this life has a purpose. Assume there is a bank account that credits your account each morning with 86,400 rupees. No previous day balance is added. And every evening, the bank deletes the remaining balance that you failed to use during the day. Tell me, what will you do? Will you not withdraw every single rupee from it? Every one of us have same bank. And that bank is time. See how valuable time is and we simply waste it. Time management is important to complete a task and not leave it hanging. Then focus on the next task without distraction or frustration. Sun, the only ball of fire, gives us light, heat and warmth. The beautiful moon takes its place at dusk. The hot sun and silver moon are these universal facts and scenic beauty only, or it's revealing some truth and unveiling the most precious treasure which is uniformly distributed to the entire universe. Imagine, night is not followed by day, and it is dark till eternity, or it is day bright light throughout, not followed by night till eternity. What will happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Quran that I have created day for you to work and night for your comfort and sleep. The one who identifies these treasures uses it wisely. The real and most precious treasure, which never distinguished in any class and is equally distributed throughout the day and night to every individual, is undoubtedly time. Have you ever come across people saying, he is fortunate enough to be born with a silver spoon? The most common belief: rich becomes richer, poor becomes poorer, holds no truth. The silver spoon is an indication of someone's utilization of time wisely in a proper way by hard work and effort. Value time, it will bring with it everything you need and desire. Today, we waste our time and we don't even realize it. We waste it on social platforms by simply scrolling down in the name of break and relaxation. Wasting time is worse than death, because death separates you from this world, whereas wasting time separates you from Allah. Talking about other people is one of the most common practice. It is not only wasting a valuable time, but also adding to bad deed. May Allah guide us to the right path. Time is like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice. Gone is gone. For healing from pain, for drought or heavy rain, for happiness on birth, for journey on earth, for a hard hot day, for all work delay, for failures on the way to achieve success one day. We looked upon at time always, no matter what condition we face. So we should be alert and aware of where and in what type of activity we are investing our precious time. Time is priceless, no one can buy it. Remember, every sunrise gives you a reminder. I end up my speech with a quote. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Thank you.
Our next participant is A11.
Respected principal, sir, ma'am, teachers, and all my dear friends, very good morning. And today I want to say some few words about gadgets have restricted children's creativity. Every time anyone talk about technology, our mind subconsciously portrays the image of shining gadgets like mobile phones or laptops. No matter how much we deny, but the fact is technology has totally changed the way we think. If you want to know how closely we are associated with technology, just look around. Find multiple gadgets, all there ready to help you anytime with the availability of low-cost internet. Your phones and laptops, you can easily surf internet. Internet is like a big library full of information, and you have power to pick any book you want. But everything have its own pros and cons, and so with these gadgets. If you look around, it's easy to find multiple children with their personal gadgets. These gadgets have always been a great help for children. They can learn anything they want to with just a click. They don't have worry about their homework anymore. Everything is already available to them. At first, listening this sound very good and helpful. But as I said before, some cons are also there. These gadgets and online sites made things much easy for their children. Now they don't have worry about their homework. What they just need to do is to type on their gadgets and everything is front of them in just few seconds. Secondly, these gadgets are stealing children's leisure time by offering them multiple other sources of entertainment. Not only this affect their physical health and make them lazy, but it is also affect their thoughts. Children's creativity is dying. They don't want to work hard to train their brain. Even when school offers children's opportunity to do something creative like writing about something, they depend on their gadgets or internet. Or if they have to draw anything out of their imagination, they look forward to internet. School conduct these activities to grow and flourish child imagination, but children just stick to their internet and gadget. It won't sound wrong if I say these gadgets are limiting children's creativity. Now I am going to end my speech with this word. Thank you so much.
Fabulous discourse. Our next participant is A1.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I, Alkama Khan from 8th, the student of Al-Irfan School, got an opportunity to stand before you and to express my views about technology makes people lonely. Innovations and new technologies are changing the world and the daily lives of each and every one of us. Many things which were mere vision of future yesterday are now reality. We are much surrounded by technologies at every moment of our lives. It is an amazing thing that scientists create. As there are uncountable advantages of technology, there are disadvantages too, which are affecting the world day by day. Over the past few years, technology like smartphones, social media has changed the way we connect or interact with one another. Loneliness is an unfulfilled need for meaningful personal connection. That need can hit you whether you are home alone or in a crowded room. It is dangerous for your mental, physical and emotional health. Loneliness is physical and mental danger. Technology is making kids feel isolated and disconnected. It provokes the feeling of isolation and loneliness. Continuously using and staring at mobile phones, smartphones, can increase your blood pressure and can lead to headache and can also lead to brain tumors and many more. Moreover, electronic screens can disrupt sleep. Lack of sleep can result in depressed mood and irritability. Spending a lot of time on mobile phones, cell phones can lead to headache also. The rays that comes out of the screen, that is much harmful for us, as we don't know. Old age people are feeling more lonely as their children are busy in technologies and smartphones. The majority of teenagers spend up to 9 hours per day busy in technologies, and that technology keeps the teenagers away from the most precious relationship with their parents. So by hearing this speech, we can understand that we should use technology up to a limit, and it is usable and it is not harmful to us if we use it by heart or with our mind. If we know its advantages, we can use it. If we know its disadvantages, we have to use it carefully. So use technology up to a limit, and by saying an Urdu couplet, I conclude my speech. यूं कत्ल से वो बच्चों के बदनाम न होता, यूं कत्ल से वो बच्चों के बदनाम न होता, अफसोस के फिरौन को कॉलेज की ना सूझी. But I want to modify this Urdu couplet in this present situation of the world. यूं कत्ल से बच्चों के वो बदनाम ना होता, यूं कत्ल से वो बच्चों के बदनाम ना होता, अफसोस 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 के फिरौन को मोबाइल की ना सूझी. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Give a huge round of applause for such an amazing speech. Our next participant is A14.
Good morning, friends. A very warm welcome to one and all present over here. I hope that you all are enjoying your day so far. My speech is value of time. So let's start our speech. Time is very precious thing in our life. Time is something we should never waste time in any way. We can spend a lot of time doing various work, but we can never get back the time we spend. That why most the successful people consider time is more important and valuable than money. We all should think that the time utilize your time in productive way. We all know about the proverbs time and tide, wait for none. It is opt for our life. It is opt for our life that we have to be involved in multiple work. We should never waste time in any way. We should end. I end my speech with this line: keep loving, keep trying, keep trusting, and keep believing. Thank you.
Creativity is what others think, and thinking what no one else ever thought. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Honorable Chief Guest, respected judges, and all dignitaries. Right at the start, I would like to thank the school management and organizers for choosing such a wonderful and current topic. Happy times come and go, but the best childhood memories stay forever. Today, technology has become an inseparable part of a child's daily life. Even a 4-year-old child unlocks mobile phones, operates apps, plays games on touchscreen gadgets. There are both advantages and disadvantages of gadgets on children's creativity. Now, let me brief you up with the advantages of gadgets. Gadgets may help to enhance speaking, listening, and creative skills in children. Toddlers and preschoolers learn by listening to music or watching programs on handheld gadgets. Playing competitive video games helps to enhance hand-eye coordination. Students are able to understand concepts better by using learning apps without any assistance. Yes, there are advantages, and we are so impressed by the advantages that we forget that these gadgets are restricting child's creativity. He completely becomes dependent, or rather, a slave of technology. However, it has not only positive effects on children, but negative effects are more prominent. Excessive use of electronic gadgets can lead to children spending less time outdoors and limiting their social interaction. This restricts a child's creativity. It may lead to poor concentration in studies and lack of interest in day-to-day activities. Excessive gadget use can lead to poor health, a sedentary lifestyle, and bad eating habits. Playing video games of a violent nature can have a negative effect on child's behavior. Due to the overuse of devices, children get addicted to gadgets, laptops, computers, smartphones, and lots more. It may reduce child's self-motivation, ability, and interest in learning. Don't you agree with me that gadgets are restricting child's creativity? Childhood is the world of miracle and wonder, as if creations rose, bathed in the light out of darkness, utterly new and fresh and astonishing. The end of childhood is when things cease to astonish us. When it comes to content, choose TV programs, apps, software, and gadgets only after researching. Look for contents that foster child's creative, social, and academic skills without any exposure to violence and negativity. I conclude by saying a quote given by an educator. There is no doubt that creativity is the most important human resource of all. Without creativity, there would be no progress, and we would be forever repeating the same patterns. Thank you.
Give a huge round of applause for such a fabulous discourse. Our next participant is A4.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Respected principal, honorable guest, my teachers, and all my dear friends. Today I am here to share my views about importance of time. Time is invaluable. Time is the most important factor for the progress of human beings. Time is running continuously. Al-waqta min az-zahaba. Gold is invaluable compared to time. We can say that poor or rich, young or old, healthy or sick, or a girl or a boy, it gives equal opportunity to all. Time and tide wait for none. We can buy everything in the world by our money, but one time passes, we cannot get it again. Time is the one of the most valuable thing in the world. Intelligent people never waste the time. Time is divided into 3 periods: past, present, and future. Past means it's already gone. Past is always expensive. If we utilize our present time properly, our future will be automatically become bright. So we should never waste our present time and try to save it. Successful people never waste their time. They always try to save it, respect and understand the meaning of time in their lives. They are very punctual. They use their free time by doing creative things in it. That means they are saving their time in a very productive way. Now I will present some virtues of Quran in the front of you all. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Indeed, the mankind is in loss, except those who have believed and done righteous deeds, and advised each other for truth, and advised each other for patience. Surah Al-Asr highlights the importance of time in a very powerful way. Allah is teaching us through the lens of time that we can focus for virtues and fall unless. That can allow us to win in life and hereafter. You know what Gandhiji says? Once Gandhiji says that time is yours. It's on you how you use it. My last words are try to save your time and make your life successful. Thank you.
Give a huge round of applause for such a great articulation. Our next participant is A3.
A very warm morning to everyone present here. Honorable dignitaries, respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. I feel great honor to get this golden opportunity to stand before you all and share my views on the very known and important topic, value of time. How truly it is said that time and tide waits for none. Have you ever gone to the beach and observed the ocean? Tide change in time? Regardless of how much you need to keep it in your hands cusp, it will flow back and the next flow will begin. It is the same with time. Regardless of how tragic, dismal or joyful you are, time will move on at its rate. Throughout history, many kings have declared themselves to be the leader of their period. In any case, they are completely unaware that they are working for a finite amount of time. Time is the most limitless resource on the earth. In the blink of an eye, time can turn you into a ruler or homeless person. So basically, time is God's greatest gift. As we all are living today in challenging world, in every nooks and corner of this world, opportunities and competitors meeting us in a different role and paces. Once we refuse to accept, another will be there to snatch and grab it from you within seconds. Even one of the famous personalities like Alexander the Great, who dreamt big, had accepted to his defeat in front of time. Once for motivating a depressed, lost contestant in an event, a motivation said, "Don't say you don't have time to prepare. Everyone has the same 24 hours in the day. The victory depends on perfect utilization of it. The people who understand the divine power of it and make the best use of it succeed in climbing the ladder of success. So it's necessary to do our work on time." Now I say how importance of time is in our life. We need time to work, to eat, to sleep, and to accomplish all daily course of living. We also need time to know and understand our colleagues and our friends. Most of our relationship, in fact, require more time than we have, and it's difficult to avoid the feeling that we could never have enough. So, dear friends, we should not waste our time on unnecessary things. And when we get free time, we should do creative things. That means we should utilize leisure time in productive ways. A student who knows how importance of time is for his life can succeed his future and lead disciplined life through time management. If you all want to manage your schedule, our time, we must make a list or work priorities task to set goals to achieve in a life. Time plays a significant role in our life. Time help us to make a good habit of structuring and organizing our daily activities. If you understand the value of time better, you can gain experience and develop skill over time. We need to understand that every moment brings thousands of golden opportunities with itself. Every minute is a storehouse of chances. As we go through life, we realize ourselves that if there is anything in the world which will never come back, it's time. People who spend their time doing more profitable works make more money. Sometimes there are no second chances, no timeouts, no next time. Sometimes it's now or never. In conclusion, I just want to say that life is dance of time and energy like sand. how the sands slip from our hands. Similarly, the time also. Keeping the two in good rhythm is the beauty of life. So, dear friends, I truly believe in the above maxim. Do you? Thank you.
It was a fantastic diction. Our next participant is A2.
Honorable Principal, dignitaries, all invitees, and my fellow friends. Good morning to one and all present here. I am contestant number A2, studying grade 5th. Today, I would like to speak about gadgets have restricted children's creativity. Friends, man invented machine for ease. Machines could be complex or simple. They could be electronic or non-electronic. And gadgets are electronic machinery invented to simplify our activities. But as years passed, invention of gadgets has proved to be a curse more than a blessing. Earlier, only adults would handle machines. But with invention of technology and availability, even children have luxury to handle gadgets on their own. Today, let's talk about phones and tabs. Toddlers spend their days watching videos instead of playing and developing their motor skills. Teenagers are constantly switching between their social media accounts and connecting with the world, not realizing that they are disconnecting with the people around. In the name of completing school activities, children and parents find it easier to surf the internet and copy-paste what they find online, instead of creatively thinking or brainstorming ideas. This restricts their cognitive development. Spending all day in front of screens have created an atmosphere of lethargy among children. Children avoid sunlight and are deprived of its nutritional benefits. Children tend to play video games and very easily they get addicted to them. It has been clinically proven that addiction to video games makes children erratic, easily annoyed and aggressive, and this becomes a part of their personality. Use of gadgets has not only become a part of life, but has become a way of life. Think about it. If we are asked to calculate some amount, instead of working it up in our minds, we in an instance calculate it on our phones. Calculations, memorizing, brainstorming are the ways through which our brains are trained to work fast. And gadgets are taking that away, making people more addicted. We are not realizing that this sedentary lifestyle is bad for health, both physical and mental. Another major drawback of excessive use of smartphones is that with the culture of trolling, individuals are being stolen away of sympathy, empathy, guilt, or other emotions. One reads a joke on WhatsApp and sends a smiley without even actually smiling. Companies have developed apps for reminding us to drink water. Really, what in the world have we come down to? And the worst thing is that the adults are pushing children towards a bizarre future. And the fear is that when the realization hits the society, it would be too late. Isn't it? Lastly, to conclude, the difference between technology and slavery is that slaves are fully aware that they are not free. Think about it. Thank you and enjoy the day ahead.
It was an admirable oration. Our next participant is A22.
Good morning, everyone, respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I am standing here to conduct a speech on topic value of time. Time is precious in everyone's life. It is known as a fact of our life. Likewise, we can earn the amount of money we spent, but we never get the time we had lost. This makes the time more valuable than money. We should teach our kids or children to teach the value of time and to understand the importance of value of time. So now I would like to conclude my speech by this beautiful thought. Time is, we can get the more money if we want, but we never get the time in life. Thank you.
Give a huge round of applause. Our next participant is A16.
A very good morning to all the honorable dignitaries, respected teachers, and all my dear friends present here. It's a pleasure for me to be here today. Today, I'm standing here in front of you to deliver a speech on how gadgets have restricted children's creativity. To begin, it's a very interesting fact of today's life that gadgets are running our lives, and one must admit that building a gadget requires serious creativity and imagination. Now, given this fact, one might assume that gadgets would also add to the creativity and imagination of those who use them. But strangely, it works in reverse order, and instead of promoting creativity, gadgets are regressive and they dumb down the imagination of those who use them. Although I do agree that technology and gadgets bring versatility and innovation, they still have a very deep impact on our imagination, creativity, and originality. For example, when we are asked to write anything on any topic or a project is given to us by our mentors, the first thing that we do is take the help of gadgets. Yes, why can't we just sit back, contemplate about it, and then pen down our own ideas? Is that too hard? There are various reasons as to why children are getting addicted to these gadgets. Can it be cartoons, video games, or what? Why are children getting addicted to these things? It is time that we teach our children about the importance of moderation and technology and gadgets are also one of the major causes of childhood obesity, which later causes diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Now the question is, how can simple gadgets such as phones, computers, etc. cause obesity? Well, spending long hours on our phones instead of going outside can lead to lack of physical exercise, which can later lead to obesity. By going outside, children's imaginations blossom and they get stimulated. Well, but technology is blocking them to do so. Gadgets are also restricting children to give their thoughts openly. Now, I would like to end my speech with a quotation of Dorothy Parker. Creativity is a wild mind and creative and disciplined eyes. Thank you.
It was an amazing speech. Our next participant is A10.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to one and all present over here. Today I would like to speak on value of time. Time is one of the most valuable and priceless in the universe. We should value time and manage it to complete our tasks.
Our next participant is A9.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone present over here. That is a saying that yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called present. An Urdu poet said, सदा ऐश दौरा दिखाता नहीं, सदा ऐश दौरा दिखाता नहीं, गया वक्त फिर हाथ आता नहीं. Time is irreversible. I think you guessed my today's topic, which is about time, its value of time. Time is more valuable than money because lost money can be earned back, but lost time cannot be. And nothing can stop the flow of time in our lives. Do you guys know why celebrities, stars make you to take appointment to meet them? Do you know? I'll tell you, because they have worth it their time and gonna worth it. My honorable elders, respective age group, and you pretty little champs, remember, time and tide wait for none. I repeat, time and tide wait for none. So value it, because in this world, time is a supreme power. Time is a rare gift from God, which is to everyone, whether rich or poor, successful or not, beautiful or ugly. Everyone gets 24 hours. Even Allah has ordered us to make prayers 5 times a day on a correct time.
We show the value of time near the God, and foolish person wastes the time in regretting about the past. And what you think? A person that wastes the time in worrying too much about future it is also foolish, because they both waste their present, whether regretting about the past or worrying for future. So live in the time which you have got, not which you have wasted, neither which you wanna spend. No one here knows how much time they got in the future. Anybody can tell me that I'll die on dash date. No one can. Either wasting your time in gadgets and useless things. Please give your time to your parents, your grandparents, because they are home, who loves you, who cares you, who fulfill each and every single need of yours. Respect them and give your precious time to them, because as I told before, no one here knows how much time they got in the future. You know how much time you have for them or they have for you? No, right? Give your time to them. It's their debt on us of love and respect, and we have to give it back to them with time. Once, a great scientist and the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, said, time is a school in which we learn. Time is a fire in which we burn. Lost money can get back from the industry. Lost education can get back from the school or study, but lost time can never be earned back. Once it's gone, so it's gone for forever. Students, don't face your time. Make it fruitful, peaceful, and fun. Interestingly, time is also dark, as can heal one's pains, whether physical or internal feelings. Time when clubs compare to the esteem that throw into the ocean, because they both are not under control of any human power. If you guys want to know the value of 1 year, so ask a student who failed in the course. If you want to know the value of 1 minute, so ask a person who missed a bus. If you want to know the value of 100 seconds, so ask a player who got silver medal in Olympic. Life has no age limit, so live your life limitless. So that's what today hopefully understood about the most precious and valuable thing, time. Thank you everyone for coming, listening, and giving your valuable time.
It was an awesome deliverance. Our next participant is A20.
Good morning, everyone. My topic is value of time. Value of time means the importance of time. Our life is very short. It is necessary for us to use the time properly. It is said that time and tide wait for no man. It means time once gone cannot be returned to achieve success in life. We should use the time properly. Some people do not realize the importance of time. They spend their life carelessly. They can never get success in life. Waste of time is a loss of life. We should use the time properly. Some people spend the time by doing some important work that can make our life successful. We should not spend time on gossiping, playing cards, doing unnecessary activities, etc. It can also be seen that some teenagers are wasting their time being they do not follow the plan, routine, and whatever. They should repent in the future. It is necessary to teach the value of time to children and teenagers at home and at school. If they are taught properly about the value of time, they can get achievement in their life. Our past is already gone. We can have no control over it. We can learn something from our past. The present is the most valuable time which will determine our future, so we should not waste any time doing unnecessary things. Coming to the conclusion, our life is available because of the limited time. Time should not be wasted. The wasted time can never be regained. This is why we must handle time properly so as to achieve complete the term. Thank you everyone.
It was a delightful oration. Our next participant is A8.
We are living in a world driven by gadgets. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Honorable Principal, respected judges, and all my dear friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yes, none of you heard my statement wrong. We are living in a world driven by gadgets. Today, in 2022, the era of gadgets is constraining all types of people's abilities, adults as well as children. Science has evolved like it has never before. From the time where people used to travel just to seek knowledge, we have arrived at such a time where knowledge is just a single touch away from us. And these screens, haven't they become our addiction? although these screen addictions have led to several mental, physical, and social problems in kids. So, let's discuss how technology damages a creative development of a child. Dear audience, it is actually the digital learning tools which help children to engage and interact, personalizing their own learning experiences. Psychologists now describes it as it's all about moderation. With various forms of technologies around, children are less likely to focus on something else when it is present. And also, with a great deal of visual stimuli and a lack of story reading and all, children will not focus on anything else when technology is present. Technology is making all of us, yes, I mean all of us, sacrifice our learning habits, making us think that there is no time for any other person in our life. Excessive screen time inhibits a child's abilities to observe and interact with the everyday activities they need to engage in order to learn about the world, in fact, leading to tunnel vision. Another important aspect is that it leads to instant gratification. Yes, instant gratification. It assists us in the context of productivity, diminishing our patience levels needed for the deeper thinking required to be truly creative. Haven't you heard of nomophobia? It's a phenomenon in which a person becomes anxious when they don't see their cell phone around. This causes restlessness, bad behavioral problems, and mental issues. Moreover, use of apps such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter has become rampant over this decade, making adults as well as children fake and virtual human beings rather than a true person. So here, some of you might have understood what I'm trying to say. My point here is to emphasize that we can let children use these gadgets, but in a very specific and moderate manner. For example, assigning them a specific time that is not more than 1 hour for screen. Excessive screen time has shown its abilities on health, such as irregular sleep, obesity, bad behavioral problems, impaired academic performances, violence, and little time for play. Secondly, avoiding children the use of social media, as social media impacts on young minds of children when its consumption is in access. Lastly, restricting them to watch the content inappropriate for their age, as it builds a strong impact on young minds. So, hoping that all of you have a take-home message that gadgets are not totally destructive, but they can actually be of help when used in a moderate and productive manner. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Give a huge round of applause. Our next participant is A7.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very warm good morning to one and all present here. Today I am here to speak on a topic: gadgets have restricted children's creativity. As we all have seen and known, gadgets have overtaken the world of humans. They have become an integral part of our lives, being there in every aspect and single daily act of ours. Today, we can see many people using different kinds of technological inventions and smart gadgets. They use them at home, in workplace, or simply in the street. Why they are so widely spread? They offer a wide range of capabilities that can be turned into possibilities. However, are they always good? Gadgets seems to gradually restrict children's imagination, and we should take care of it. Cell phones seems to have dominated the world of all of us, be it the rich or poor, young and all alike. We cannot seem to live without them, even for a single minute of our daily lives. We keep ourselves so occupied with them, constantly checking them, but it is this very act that had rendered us helpless in using our minds and perceptions. Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge."
Knowledge is limited, but imagination encircles the world. The frequent use of gadgets restricts the imagination of our children. Kids seems to be most vulnerable to the negative influence of technology because their mentality and worldviews are far from being formed. This is an essential question and we should delve deeper into it. Many scientists and psychologists claim that the imagination of our children get declined if they frequently use various gadgets. Thus, Patricia Greenfield, UCLA's distinguished professor of psychology and the director of Children's Digital Media Center, agrees with this claim. She has conducted over 50 studies related to this issue. As we all know that reading books is very important. We develop our imagination, creativity, reflection, and critical thinking. When children use gadgets for their education, they do not have enough time for self-reflection and analysis. As a result, imagination degrades. Our brain doesn't think it needs some analysis because everything can be solved with the help of small gadgets. I must say that this is an addiction which decreases children's capability of making their own minds and thinking of their own ideas. At the end of my speech, I would like to say that it is upon us, the adults and the more matured ones, to try to set the time limits of children's in their accessibility of the technical gadgets. We must make it a habit to try to teach them the need for real experience rather than constantly depending on gadgets. Thank you.
It was an admirable oration. A13.
Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. I have this bottle half full with water. What's so specific about this? Well, nothing more than the fact that I drank half of it. And well, yes, one more thing. That while introducing, I said it was half full and not the otherwise. And well, the otherwise is half empty, of course. Dear audience, I am here discussing one of the most debatable topics of our times. Gadgets have restricted children's creativity. And I say debatable because I feel that there is always a second side to a story. As a matter of fact, I think gadgets have and have not restricted children's creativity. But let's stick to one side of the story with some examples. A student copying a project from the internet, or another making a script for a competition like this with resources from the internet, or another getting ready for the presentation which has already been available online for years. Does it mean we are intelligent? So where is the originality? Where is the creativity? And as we see people, especially children, spending hours on their gadgets, at homes, while traveling, in classes, and as we speak, I think someone somewhere is scrolling their screens. Creativity is referred to as use it or lose it time. If my mind is going to be around gadgets, I don't think I can be productive or creative. Creativity also needs us to be daydreaming. You see, visionaries like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates used lots of gadgets and promoted gadgets, but they didn't let gadgets overwhelm their inventions. Mobiles, tabs, and PCs were given to us during the pandemic to study. But look what the majority has done with it. According to UNICEF, children are at increased risk of harm online during and post-global COVID-19 pandemic. According to a study done by Jaipur-based J.K. Loney Children's Hospital and published by Hindustan Times, the children's addiction to electronic devices during the lockdown increased up to 3 times, as they spent between 2 and 5 hours a day on their favorite gadgets. And my peers will agree with me that creativity needs time to flourish. If we are going to spend 4 to 5 hours on gadgets, when will we find time to be more creative? But children these days have forgotten the necessary discipline to use such inventions to our better use. Time is money. If spend your time properly and with proper functionality and with proper plan, you will definitely be more creative. Before I leave the stage, let me share a recipe of being creative with you. You need a tablespoon of daydreaming, 2 cups of hard work, a teaspoon of discipline, and a pinch of gadgets, or as you like it. Mix it well, and voila! Your creativity is ready. That's it from me today. May you have a great day ahead.
Give a huge round of applause for an incredible manner of speaking.
With this, we come to an end to the first half of our program, and there is going to be a short break of 15 minutes, and we will resume.